Welcome back. Second time today. We're doing 15 minutes of yin yoga now. This is a class that might be great to have, you're following up your previous, like a flow class or something that you did high energy, and now you're giving yourself a chance to calm yourself down and relax. Hey, yay, Kathy got connected. Woo! I'm excited. Kathy tried to get into the last session and apparently couldn't get the audio working. So yay, I'm glad you got here and got connected, Kathy. Without further ado, let's get started with our 15-minute session of yin yoga. If you have props, I really want you to gather those props around you so that you have things that you can use for the session. You can see I've got some blocks scattered about on my mat. And just before I head over there, I'm going to grab like something softer and more squishy. So if you have some things around, please get those things. And I'm going to press start on my 15-minute timer, and we will begin moving through our yin practice today. Thanks so much for being here. So you can lay down, get calm, get relaxed. The first posture we're going to do is on our back. So that's where we want to be. Just lay down in Shavasana position on your back, really relaxed, and just let the arms out to the side, let the shoulders relax down, the hips and the back of the head and neck, and feel just that general relaxation of your spine, that sinking down into sand. It's funny, I was actually listening to this podcast the other day, and somebody said, I've always wanted to know what quicksand felt like. And then they said, maybe it should be called like slow sand. Anyways, let's move into supported bridge first. I'm feeling caffeinated. So lay down on the back, lift the hips up, tuck the blocks underneath of the back of the hips, and let them rest right there on top of that block. Let the hands be just beside you, palms facing up, and accept that dense feeling into the blocks with the hips resting down. If you don't have blocks, you're just going to get creative and find the things to stack underneath the back of the hips there. I gotta say though, after not having hard blocks or too hard blocks as part of my practice for a while, having them back is pretty awesome. They really do give a feeling of support and structure underneath of the body in these postures. So it might be worth investing in if you have the money. You can find some secondhand or something like that maybe. Let's take our legs and just walk them forwards a little bit so they're moving away from our blocks. We can stop there, or we can go all the way out and extend the legs, toes points up, heels on the floor. You should be feeling the stretch moving into the front of the hips, stomach, front of the thighs a little bit. Primarily the stretch is kind of in this region on the top of the hips and abdomen. Let's take one more breath in this position, filling up all the way. And exhale, empty through the nose or the mouth. Awesome. Let's bend our knees, walk our feet in again. Lift the hips up off of the block and go ahead and set your hips down onto the floor. Once your hips have moved down, remove the blocks from the picture. Extend all the legs all the way out and walk the legs to the right hand side. Stack your left ankle over top of your right ankle. Now walk your upper torso, the shoulders, to the right hand side, the shoulders and the head. We should have like a banana type of shape in our body now. You can reach the arms up and over to the right hand side. We're just here for about a minute. Taking a breath in and out. Try to relax the armpits and the shoulders. Take a breath in and out. Continue breathing like that, full breaths in and out through the nose. Last one, in and out. And then bring your legs back to the middle and over to the left side. So now the right ankle stacks over the left ankle. The upper torso moves to the left side. The head comes with it. The arms reach up and over to the left side, kind of like crescent moon, but on your back. Relax any gripping, any subtle tension that you're feeling is there in the shoulders or in the hips or in the back of the head, the neck, the jaw. On an exhale, sink down just 10% more relaxed into the yoga mat. Now go ahead and bring your legs back to the middle, the torso back to the middle. Take a nice breath in the center there, and we're going to move into a spinal twist next. So we can do this forward facing today if you have bolsters. If not, just stay on your back and do a supine spinal twist. Let the legs drape over to the right side, and then we'll do the left side second. If you have props enough for forward facing twist, join me here. Kind of like deer meets twist. We're going to do, it doesn't matter which side. I'm going to start with my left side. And we're just going to put bolsters in front of us like this. And this is going to be for our torso to rest on. We're going to lean forwards over top of the bolster. We're going to let our torso rest on top of that stack there. And this is our forward facing twist. It's really nice because it kind of just changes our perspective on the twist. And I definitely feel it in different areas of my body when I do it like this. Just 3 or 4 more breaths in and out the nose. And if there's any more relaxation you can bring into this posture, let it happen. Maybe that's letting your head hang down. Wonderful. Let's lift up. Push the palms down on the floor next to the chest. Lift onto the hands and knees again. Let's put our right hip on the floor. We're swapping sides of our twist, whether we're laying down on the twist or forward facing in the twist. Let's bring ourselves down onto the elbows and hands. And support our spine and our chest on top of the bolsters if we're in the forward facing version. Or you're just in that supine twist and you move the legs to the opposite side of your mat there. Calmly breathing in the nose and out the nose. You might notice how at the bottom of the exhale, the sensation changes and shifts. At the top of the inhale, the sensation kind of builds and shifts as well. Our breathing really helps us embody the postures, like get right into the posture. One more breath in the forward-facing twist or whatever twist you're in. And then when you're ready, you're going to push your palms down. Go ahead and lift your spine up. Put the stuff aside, the blocks and stuff aside. I'm going to move into Pigeon next. You could also do shoelace, which is what we did in the last 15-minute yin class, but I'm going to do Pigeon today. So we're going to take our left leg up to the top of the mat, swivel the shin up to the knees kind of touching the wrist or so, and then the shin swivels underneath your pelvis, right leg relaxes, and just come down onto your elbows. And we'll practice this posture for just about 1.5 minutes on each side, which will give us enough time to go into our last posture before Shavasana today. Now, since we're not holding for like 4 or 5 minutes like we would in a longer yin class, you could go towards a deeper sensation here because we are not holding it as long, and that's okay. Last 30 seconds on this side of the posture. And then let's lift up onto our hands again and come back to tabletop position. And we're going to swap sides, bringing the right leg up to the right wrist, swiveling the shin under our pelvis, relaxing the left leg back behind us into Pigeon on that side of the body. Allow yourself to take a few breaths here. Maybe coming down to the elbows. Maybe putting blocks underneath the hip or the glute muscles if that helps you get into the stretch with more support for the knee. But again, we're not here for like 4 or 5 minutes or anything like that. Just about another minute on this side of the posture. Calm breath in the nose, filling up all the way. And out the nose, emptying all the way down. Awesome. Let's lift back up onto our hands and knees. Back to tabletop position. Sweep the legs to the side and lay down on your back again. And we're going to do supported fish last here. So don't quite lay down yet. I kind of spoke too soon. For supported fish, you want pillows or blocks behind you, kind of like this, in like a stacked position You're going to have your spine resting on that area, and the head is going to rest back behind there. You're going to tilt the chin up once you lay down. The blocks are about like 1 or 2 fist widths distance behind the hips. You'll find out when you get that block into the right shape or spot for the spine where it feels like it locks in to the right position. And let the head back onto the yoga mat just behind the top block. So this is roughly our shape for supported fish. We might do this with the toes and the feet together and pointing. That's a little bit more active of a variation, palms pressing down, looking back. Or we can be passive, legs just being floppy, still looking kind of back above us, but the chin is gently tilted up and the palms are relaxed. I think this posture is really good for me because I tend to be a little bit hunchy, a little bit slouchy sometimes, just my natural posture, probably because of playing lots of instruments and guitars and things like that over the years, is just a little bit slouchy and hunchy. So it's not a bad thing, it's just kind of the way my spine is, and that's okay. But this posture really helps get a little bit of the different shape in my spine, which feels really nice. Very relaxing and opening up to the front of the body. From here, if you want to stay and make this your Shavasana, you can, or you can roll to the right side, maybe bend one of your knees and roll to the right side. Put your elbow down, remove the blocks from the picture, and lay down on your back for final Shavasana. You can also choose to just sit in a comfortable position in your bum. Let's rest the hands on the body somewhere, kind of touching the legs or touching your heart and belly if you're laying down in Shavasana. I want to thank you so much for joining for 15 minutes of our yin snack today. I hope you found a little munch, a little pose that you can munch on for a bit and feel good about. You can always return to these practices later. They'll be uploaded to the website in the Yoga Snack archives. So thanks so much for joining, and have an awesome weekend ahead of you. Treat those around you with love and kindness if you can. Namaste. I should say, because you can. Ciao.